We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode number 70. Kai France taking on Amir Albazi in the main event. Before that, Magic, as always, you're going to kick us off. Philip Lins versus Maxime Grishen. But real quick, just congratulations on Pride Month. I know this is a big deal for you.
This is no comment. Like, if I had made that comment, everybody would be already like, "Oh, this is so racist, so homophobic." So that, but Andrew Gombas made it. Andrew Gombas can do no wrong. He's going to be on SPN one day, so it's okay.
What do you think about the Lins versus Grishen fight? This fight was made before, scrapped with a pullout, but we're back right now. Do you have any action on this heavyweight scrap?
I think Linz is the side, but since everyone has been proclaiming he's the side for like 3 years now, he's going to inevitably lose because apparently everybody on Twitter bet him. I have not seen a single person be on Grishen. Maybe I don't follow that much people, but yeah, I think Linz is the side. Grishen is kind of chinny. He's gigantic, and Linz doesn't have the best chin. But I think at plus money, I would rather be on Linz than anything. I think I blocked that guy.
Which one?
The one that called me gay. The one
I'm not even there yet.
It's probably the highlight of his week coming here and saying that.
Yeah, I don't have strong opinions on this fight. I would lean the Grishen side, but I just feel like more often than not, it's just a close fight. Don't think either guy's going to grapple much. I think it ends up going to decision more likely than not. Probably close, but for the pick's sake, I'll pick Grishen. But I don't want to spend too much time on this one. Next up, this is a good fight. Seen a lot of different opinions on both sides. Damon Blackshear taking on Juan Lucerita. I kind of leaning the Blackshear side, but I do have some hesitations. Lucerita has good jiu-jitsu, but Blackshear, I think, is more likely to get top time. I think it's probably close on the feet. Lucerita outperformed his betting number by a lot in his first UFC fight against Cody Stamen. Very close fight. Could have even gotten the decision. I think maybe a bit of an overcorrection here from him going from like plus 300 or whatever he was to the favorite in this fight. But yeah, again, I do think he's dangerous on the mat. Like he for sure has good jiu-jitsu. Blackshear doesn't always do a ton. He gassed out in the third round in his last fight. So there's concerns on the Blackshear side too. But I think probably he's able to get top time here. I think the striking's close. Lucerita probably could roll for something, but Blackshear does have a black belt. He's not a scrub on the mat by any means, but I do think Lucerita is probably the better BJJ player. All that being said, I lean Blackshear. I think you like the other side on this one, right?
Yeah, just one thing. I haven't sent picks to anyone. Like, I literally just bet and tracked 5 minutes before we started doing this. As soon as we are done, I'm sending to everyone because I see people DMing me on the phone and everything. Probably some of them are watching. I will do when we finish in like 50 minutes.
Yeah,
I just did it.
answer the phone right behind you.
Next time American fights, I'm ready. Yeah, I like La Cerda here. I understand why people are betting the other side at dog money, but this is like a legit jiu-jitsu black bet. I mean, it's not going to be like the Basharat fight. This guy is going to be going for legs. It's going to be different clash of grappling styles, I feel. Basharat is very top heavy with pressure, but he was having much more difficulties passing the guard and establishing dominant positions that I anticipated in that fight. Blackshear did a good job, but this is a different type of grappler. I think this is going to get messy on the ground with a lot of fast scrambling, people going for legs, change of position, maybe some sweeps. I think Lacerda is the better pure jiu-jitsu player. I like him by submission plus 275, but as I was saying, like the books are slacking big time for this card. There are a lot of lines missing in a lot of places. I don't know what's going on. It's fucking Thursday. Yeah, I like Lacerda.
And they had an extra week to get the lines up also.
Yeah, it's like super late outside of a couple.
Yeah. Elise Reed versus Jinyu Frey. I'll kick us off here. I bet Elise Reed when she was the underdog. I think her like minus 150 probably makes more sense. Frey on the older side, coming off of a knockout loss to Poliana Viana. I feel like Elise Reed at this point in her career is just a little bit better. Like I said, Frey hasn't finished anyone since 2014. She's pretty decision reliant here. Elise Reed, 30. She has some solid wins, such as Jasmine Vicious, Corey McKenna, Mos Martinez, bigger hitter than Frey. I think she's better defensively also. I do think it could be a competitive fight, but I think Reed gets it done. I think the current line is probably more accurate than the early line, so I'm picking Elise Reed here.
Yeah, I have like I spent like seriously like 5 minutes, 5 actual minutes looking at the line of Reed by knockout plus 550, like this. Like I'm looking at the screen right now, just thinking for myself, do I want to do this? I didn't do it, but yeah, like Jinju Frey is like super chinny, stands super upright, but at the same time, Reed can be grappled, and this girl is on all the juice. She's strong. I can see her getting top time. Not the same fight, but probably can look if Jinju Frey wins, probably can look or will look like the Paula fight. Gloria de Paula was the girl that she grappled on top. Yeah. Since I didn't bet it, probably Elise Reed is going to land the right hand of her lifetime, put her out cold or something. And yeah, the way Poliana Viana knocked her out was almost comical. No disrespect, but that was like stupid. This is not a very high level fight.
We were both on Viana there, right?
Yeah, but I had some submission too. Like nobody had in their notes. Poliana Viana comes out and rushes and gets a knockout with a three-piece combo out cold in 20 seconds. Like, come on.
Yeah, not on everyone's bingo card. I haven't looked much at this fight, but Jamie Malarkey getting a short notice replacement. Muhammad John Naimov, are you familiar with this gentleman?
Yeah, this is the guy that lost to Colin Anglin in Contenders. Since you
Yeah,
don't watch Contenders, you don't
yeah,
know Naimov. You never do. You absolutely never do it. You do the tape bet, but then you don't watch it, which is psychopathic behavior. I will never do that. But okay, yeah, this guy is not very good. Honestly, like if Mularkey is there to be hit, Sunday someone is going to knock him out brutally. That is not supposed to do it, but yeah, Mularkey should be able to pace him and take him out late, in my opinion. But there are no lines out, there is no nothing out, and Jamie Mularkey minus 500 is not the type of bet I'm looking for, you know. So yeah, nothing here so far. Mularkey must be protected at all cost. I was happy that this other guy, Kutatelache, pulled out. Kutatelache was probably going to beat the shit out of him, at least early. So yeah, we have to protect Jamie Mularkey. He's like a money train. Round 2, round 3 against complete cans. This is going to be a money train for years.
Yeah, like I said, not too familiar with the other gentleman, but Malarkey, pretty mid-tier guy. He's tough, he's durable, he's good cardio, decent grappler and striker. So just based on this guy's record, I'm picking Malarkey, but he's never the kind of guy I'd lay minus 400 on, which is why I never even he just doesn't have the tools, the hardware to be a guy that you're going to back at a big price tag, in my opinion. So picks Malarkey, but no interest in this fight. What did you think of the Guram versus Malarkey fight? Were you planning to bet on that?
I think Mularkey was probably going to get clipped very hard at some point early, but the price on Kutatelache minus 300 wasn't for me. Inside was probably going to be like minus 120 or something like that. Probably a big number on Mularkey 2 and 3 has to be the play there. Like, yeah. But yeah, he was going to get hit. Like, Kutatelache is like legit good. And people were saying he got injured or it's a visa issue. I just read that he has some visa issues. Probably because he's a friend of Kansas by association with every dictator this side of the ocean. I guess it has to be that, right? Hamzat has the same problems. Like if you are hanging out with the all-time great, I forgot his name now. Yeah, with Ramzat Kadyrov, the FBI is probably going like, yeah, I don't think we can let this guy in. So yeah, whatever.
Muin Gafurov versus John Castaneda. Do you have any thoughts here?
This is a late one too. A lot of props missing on most books. Looks like this is going to get action both ways. by the looks of it. I think Gafurov is good, but not as good as people think. I mean, he lost to Chad and Angelique. I thought he won. If I thought he won, but yeah, he's not that good, and the people he has beat are not that good. He's a good fighter. He's explosive. He's good, but not that good. That's my point. And Castaneda is very durable. He got knocked out by Daniel Santos, but Daniel Santos was like one of the most non-human performances I have ever seen in my life. Shout out to Oliveira Camp and whatever they are taking. That was ridiculous. Yeah, I think Castaneda can get this late, not get grappled dominantly for longer stretches, get this late, put on some pace, some pressure, the volume, maybe some grappling himself late. I kind of think Castaneda is going to be all over him late. Yeah, this is one of the best fights in the card.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot for Castaneda. Gafurov coming in on short notice. He's a wrestler, but he doesn't have great top control. His striking's pretty wild. He kind of wings hooks. I think he's going to try to push a pace here, but again, short notice. He's had cardio issues in the past. I think Castaneda has better cardio. He's fought better competition. I actually think Castaneda is just better everywhere. So I think this line is pretty off. I will be betting Castaneda. It seems like the line's starting to get stable, so I'll probably go on that soon. But yeah, I think Castaneda, strong wrestler, probably better jiu-jitsu on the mat, fought better competition, better cardio. Yeah, had a full camp for this fight, so he's my pick here. I like Castaneda. Johnny Munoz versus Daniel Santos. I think we broke this one down before, but you want to touch on it again real quick?
Yeah, if Daniel Santos is the same Daniel Santos that fought Castaneda, Johnny Munoz is going to fucking die. This is my in-depth breakdown. Like, Johnny Munoz is a good jiu-jitsu player, not a great grappler, but a very good jiu-jitsu player. He has fought some people that are not that good, got knocked out against Gravely. I think he's a good fighter, not a fighter to crack the top 10 or the top 15. And Daniel Santos is like a walking steroid metabolite. Like, it's insane what he did against Castaneda. He got like knocked out 2 times, came back. The pace was like fucking Olympic marathon runner pace. It was ridiculous. I think it's going to kill him. Maybe one round competitive, and then Daniel Santos just takes over. Munoz kind of slows down late in fights. Not a slow down, but he's not the same fighter in round 3. I think Daniel Santos is going to be all over him at some point, and I have serious doubts that Munoz is going to be able to get him down and solidify strong positions like mount, the back. Daniel Santos can fight everywhere, like he's a good fighter. And yeah, the physicality and the pace differentials over pretty much everyone, if he can do what he did against Castaneda, are insane. Like, he can win fights. If he's that same guy, he's going to win a lot of fights in the UFC.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Andrew. Great name, and yeah, we appreciate the donation. I agree with you. Great name. I think that Munoz is going to win. I mean, like sorry, not Munoz. I think Santos is going to win. The best way you nailed it when you said it was just like an inhuman performance in that last fight. Like, he was getting knocked out, just getting back up. His cardio, his pace were just outstanding. He seems to be pretty good everywhere. I think he's going to get this done. I guess Munoz could put him in precarious positions on the mat. Munoz not the best wrestler, and like you said, Santos can compete everywhere. So I think he's the rightful favorite here. Andre Arlovski versus Dontel Mays. I could start us off. I was fully planning on passing this fight.
Oh, no.
And I still want to, but it might force my hand if Mays' money keeps coming in. Like, I was kind of happy to pass when it was Arlovski slight favorite. I was kind of happy to pass when it was a pick'em, but now that Mays is getting up towards like minus 150, I'm just like, I don't know if I get there. Like, Mays lost to Hamdi, who's probably one of the worst to ever do it. Arlovski, I don't know how else to say it other than that. Arlovski, he's literally 100 years old. His losses are not nearly as bad as Mays's are. Arlovski lost to Marcos Rogerio de Lima, who's solid, but before that, he had won 4 in a row. And then before that, he had lost to Aspinall, who's a top 5 guy. So I don't know. It's like his wins come in close fights, which is a concern for me. Like, the Collier fight was a robbery. The Vandera fight was a split. Felipe and Sherman fights were solid decision wins, but Arlovski doesn't have a ton of finishing upside. Mays is younger, he's longer, but Mays at the same time, like I just don't think his skills are up to par with Arlovski's. I think that Mays might be able to get a takedown or two, but I don't think it's going to be insta tap on the mat like it was with Aspinall. The Sakai fight was a bad look. The Hamdi fight was a bad look. Really, his only very good performance was against Parisian. The Rocky Martinez fight was okay. But yeah, it's obviously a ton of red flags on the Arlovski side. At a pick'em pass, when Arlovski is slight favorite pass, I think if Arlovski hits plus 125 or better, I'm probably going to get involved, but we'll see how high the line goes. Do you have anything here? Or you just an all-around pass?
This looks like much better from here, don't you think? Much more professional.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
I look huge from here. Basically a white Micah Parsons. Like Chair, like Uncle Chair. Look at this.
There we go.
Yeah, I was thinking about betting Arlovski by decision for another long 5 minutes after I decided on passing on Reed by knockout. But I'm trying to quit on myself on bad beats. You know what I mean? I don't want Arlovski to lose a split or get knocked out last second. He's like 44, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes me stop on this is like Mace is much bigger. I feel not much bigger, but he's quite bigger for a heavyweight fight, in my opinion. And yeah, if I have to bet anything, I would bet Arlovski by decision plus 200 because I think there has to be some value there. Yeah, you are right. There's no way Parsons is this jacked. Yeah, I'm passing. I can see Mace knocking him out. Like at some point, Arlovski is going to get knocked out three times in a row and retire. I know we have been saying this for like 25 years now. It should have happened already, but at some point, it's going to happen.
He's one of your least favorite fighters on the roster, right?
Yeah, but it's not personal. It's just I hate to watch him. Like he should be in prison. He gets $500,000 per fight too.
That's crazy. I mean, good for him.
Like, he has some shit on Dana or something. Like there is no way I would pay this guy $500,000. Like he's getting like world champion boxer purses to do a split decision for 3 rounds, bro. When was the last time he finished anyone? Maybe 10 years ago. I think it was Ronda Rousey's husband. I forgot
really
his name now. I can't believe it.
Travis
Brown. Travis Brown. Yeah, wasn't that his last knockout?
I'm looking right now. Wow. Yeah, that was 2015. Let me see how many fights he's had. 1, 2.
8 years. I wasn't that far off.
He's had 21 fights since then.
Without a finish win?
Yeah.
That has to be an unbeatable record in the UFC.
Yeah, that honestly might be. Would it shock you if he finished Mays, though? Like, Mays is kind of bad.
Mace is a survivor, man. He gets the shit beat out of him, but he just survives. I don't know how he does it. He gets put in horrible positions. It looks like he's quitting. He tricks people into
that's what I was thinking. Like
he tricks people into thinking he has already quit, and then he escapes, gets another position. He's horrible. But yeah, this is a horrible fight. I don't really want to watch this. I mean, he took a fucking beating from Cyril Gane and survived until Gane rolled a heel hook in the last second, which is like should be forbidden at heavyweight heel hooks. How can you expect a heavyweight to defend a heel hook? They cannot roll over themselves in round 3, bro.
Abubakar Nurmagomedov versus Elliott Zaleski. I have mixed feelings about this fight because on one hand, I feel like Zaleski presents some problems for Abubakar, but Zaleski is also on the older side, coming off of a layoff. Nurmagomedov more likely to get top time. They're both kind of inactive, but Nurmagomedov's been a little bit more active. I kind of think he's gonna get takedowns. He doesn't really do much on top, but Zaleski does have pretty good jiu-jitsu. But I don't know. This is an awkward fight for me. I don't have a strong opinion on it. I'm gun to my head. I'll pick Nurmagomedov. I know you like the Zaleski side a lot, so I'd rather hear from you since you're more passionate.
What do you mean a lot? Did I tell you anything?
What?
Did I tell you anything about this fight?
Yeah, you said Zaleski is gonna kill him, bro.
I used those words.
You used those exact words. Or you might have said he's gonna fuck him up. Let me check.
Yeah, I think this is a good fight for Zaleski outside of him being like shot, but
I
he looks
found it.
in.
I found it. You
What did I
said
say?
you said Zaleski should crush a boo boo car. Lay off a concern, but looks good on Insta.
You see how Andrew tries to publicly shame me when the reality of the words I used were very different. There are a lot of conditionals there.
That's not shame. How's
Should
that shame?
crash, like I'm setting it up in case of failure. Like should crash unless he looks good on Instagram physically. I know this may not sound very professional, but you can do this. Cap in MMA. Look at Instagram and see how they look after a suspension. He looks very good. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's my point. But classic Andrew, very untrustworthy guy. Yeah, Abu Bakr doesn't beat good people. He has been finishing all his losses. Why not? Zaleski inside is over plus 200. That's a decent line. The guy is wild, better striker, much more powerful. A legit jiu-jitsu black belt. I don't think Abu Bakr is going to keep him down for longer stretches, and Abu Bakr is not. He's not all that. Like who has he beat in the UFC? He got submitted by David Zawada from bottom. Not a very good look. And then he beat Jared Wooden, one of the worst to ever do it. Actually, not Arlovski, like you said. Jared Wooden is actually bad.
No, who did I say is one of the? I said Hamdi is one of the worst to ever do it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
Which is true.
Hi. And then he beat this other guy, Omar Gatsiev, who I don't know, has a style that I don't even know how to name. I actually bet Omar Gatsiev there. That tells you all you should know about what I feel about Abu Bakr. He's like the discount Nurmagomedov. He's the worst of all of them. By far. He's like, yeah, he's the funny one, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in every group of friends, there is like one that's like the Joker. It's Abu Bakr. Don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter, but not a good fighter next to his cousin.
No one is.
I mean, if you train with Khabib for how long? All your life, you will be better than him, probably.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm serious.
No, I am too.
We are getting closer to the people's main event, which is the flyweights.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that one.
We got one more in between, which I have no interest in talking about. Kareem Silva versus Ketlin Souza.
You have nothing here? One of the best fights of the night to bet on degeneracy. Bro, this is not going the distance. Why is the line the way it is?
I don't. What is the line? Let's see.
Like stupid line. Should be like minus 400.
What? How?
How they don't go to decisions? They crash Brazilian cans, and now they meet another Brazilian can. This is going to be Brazil on Brazil violence. I think Silva is going to kill her. A lot of people are betting Souza, but she has beat very bad girls. I bet Souza actually in her last fight in Invicta. I think it was against this tall, dark-haired woman that was not very good at MMA. Yeah, I bet Souza there, but this is different level. And doesn't go the distance is a very good line. If you can get anything better than minus 135, no brainer really. Just sit down and enjoy the Brazil on Brazil crime.
Yeah, like I said, I have nothing on this fight.
Yeah, good copy, man.
I thought about taking Silva at the early price, but I don't want to be involved with this fight. And no, I didn't go to Holy Cross, but I have a family member that goes there currently, so that's why I have that shirt.
You like to pretend you went there using that T-shirt?
Exactly. I went to
you always sound so serious.
I went to Ball So Hard University. All right, it's main event time. We've got Tim Elliott taking on Victor Altamirano. Obviously, a lot of news about this fight lately. A lot of out of the cage stuff going on with Tim Elliott. We wish him all the best, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good stylistic matchup for him. Obviously, the concerns being he's coming off of a year plus layoff. He's 36 years old. But outside of that, he has wrestling upside. He's fought much better competition. Altamirano doesn't really separate himself. I just don't see a scenario where Elliott doesn't take him down a lot, especially early. And when Elliott fights down in competition, he typically does very well. His losses have come to the best of the guys in the division. So, yeah, I'm picking Elliott here to get it done. Obvious concerns on the layoff, plus the age, plus the personal issues. But once you're in that cage, you go to what you know. I can't post that comment.
You can. Nothing's going to happen. You
You know
can
what?
still go. You can post that and still go to SPN.
It's not that I can't post that comment, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my morals. So I'm picking Tim Elliott. What do you got here?
Oh my god. Andrew Gombas, the perfect Christian. You are so boring. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Do you think Tim Elliott being kind of a cook is like a good handicapping factor or worse? Like this is going to affect his performance in a good way, like Mackenzie then, who had like divorce rage and suddenly was a top 5 fighter in her division, or yeah, he was basically the women's MMA Badr Hari. That was insane. She was like destroying Angela Hill on the feet, no problem. Or do you think like Tim Elliott gets minuscule, like Ariel said, minuscule group, and gets in there minuscule and does nothing? What do you think happens? I think he's going to come out hard. Like he has like 32 IQ. This guy's going to exchange. I think when he should be wrestling. But yeah, this is a good fight for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna do what he always does. Once you're in there, he's been in the UFC for over
The
a decade.
instincts.
Kind of just
I
go
agree.
back to your instincts, to what you know.
I think he's going to try to exchange, but the first time he sees an opening or something, he's going to shoot. Like it's muscle memory. It's not like he can think a lot either way. So yeah, I think instincts are going to take over. Should be a good fight for him. I bet Altamirano the last fight, and I don't know why or how, but the guy suddenly thought he was fucking Jackie Chan. That was ridiculous. He was like using awkward kung fu techniques. One of the worst fights in later times. That was. It was entertaining but horrible.
I bet Altamirano there as well. I
Yeah,
want
I had
Elliott to get on
inside.
the mic.
What?
I want Elliott to get on the mic after he wins.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him hard because of that. Yeah, it could be like a top 10 ever UFC moment if he really goes at it.
Don't you think he would beat Kevin Kroom? I think he'd beat Kroom like up at 135.
Do you think Kroom would beat Micah Parsons?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
If you say yes, I cut and I go.
Yeah, probably.
You are like, it's official. Andrew has lost his mind.
Do you think he could? Do you think that Elliott could beat Kroom at 135?
But Kroom is like gigantic at 145, bro.
Kroom's
Like
at 135.
No, he fought Roosevelt Roberts at 155.
155?
Yeah, bro. He's like a huge featherweight when he makes it.
Let me see this. Wow, yeah, he did fight at one. He fought at 135 in the UFC, and when he left, he went to 155. So he skipped.
I think we should leave like the Micah Parsons segment until we are done with the main event.
Yeah. We'll have a good conversation about this.
I'm going to educate this fool on the art of fighting.
No Gordon versus Miller. Alex Caceres versus Daniel Pineda. Did you bet anything here?
I kind of like Pineda here. It's like every time he fights, people are banking on him being on cocaine or having 3 minutes of cardio, but he's a good fighter. And Caceres doesn't really do all that in the sense of he's not super fast or super powerful. If this gets extended over 10 minutes, Caceres can probably put it on him and finish him. But I think early going, Pineda is going to be on him, kicking his leg, putting big punches on him. And Pineda is like a legit submission grappler. And Caceres has an uncanny ability to get submitted. So why not? Shoot your shot.
Yeah, I think Pineda is going to be dangerous early like he always is, but Caceres has a cardio edge. I think he's more skilled, better defensively. I don't know. I don't think Pineda submits him at a super high clip unless he hurts him first.
I disagree.
You think he's just gonna like take him down with a shot and
I
get
think he
into
can take
that?
him down. Not like rape him on the mat in the sense of, oh, I'm cutting through his guard, but he has like an insane guillotine. If he takes him down in one transition, that's all he needs really. He's like good from those positions.
Yeah. I'm picking Caceres. Not a confident take, but I like Pineda, so I hope he does well.
Yeah,
Main
Jim Miller is fighting Jesse Butler. Yeah, I told you earlier.
Yeah, I don't know who
The
that is.
almighty Jesse Butler, 10-4, finally getting his moment of glory in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. What a coming out fight against Jim Miller.
You need to do
No
the
less.
promo
You are
for
going
this.
to have someone like Paul Felder live telling you how this is like the Super Bowl of MMA when Jesse Butler comes out. What a homecoming for Jesse Butler.
Um, I know we're on opposite sides of this main event, which disappoints me. I'll lead us off. I feel pretty strongly about Kai Kara France in this fight, for many of reasons. A, he's the better striker. B, he's fought much better competition. C, he has a cardio edge. I lost count of where I was in the alphabet, but yeah, Albazi 4-0 in the UFC, but hasn't really beaten anyone notable. His best win is a close fight over Zalgis Zumagulov.
That wasn't close.
It was a 29-28 fight
It
where
was a clear cut decision.
I
Once
didn't I
again,
didn't I didn't
what
say it was a robbery or it should have went the other way. I just said that it was a competitive fight. I mean, look at the stats.
it wasn't
Albazi
close.
outlanded him 64-58. He landed 6 more strikes than
Brother,
Zalgis did.
that fight wasn't close. It was
I did.
competitive, not
It was a
close.
competitive fight. I think that's the exact word I used. Either way, he
You
didn't
said
blow
close.
Zalgis out of it. It was a close fight. If it's 64 strikes, 58 strikes, it's a close fight. Anyway, that's his best win is Zalgis. He fought Alessandro Costa, who was a debutant, Fake Figueiredo, Malcolm Gordon. His
All the legends.
opponents had a 5-12. What's that?
All the legends.
All the legends. He's fought all the legends. There are 5-12 in the UFC. Kai Kara France has an 87% takedown defense. He's fought very good fighters like Brandon Moreno, for example. Oh man, do you want to jump in and explain this really quick?
Bro, this is not real. Are you serious? Who are you? Do you follow this sport? It was Cody Garbrandt, the man, the myth, the legend, Cody
I'm
No
doing my
Love
best.
Garbrandt, thought this man was named Steve Carafran. So he was on Helwani's show, and I think it was Helwani's show, right? I'm not sure. And he said, "Don't miss my fight against Steven France on July, whatever."
Yeah.
And then Kai was all sad. Like, he was like, "Yeah, he called me Steve, bro."
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Kai Kara France's losses, it's Brandon Moreno, Brandon Royval, and that's literally it in the entire UFC. So, I mean, unless you think that Albazi is like a top 3 guy, which I don't really think that he is, I don't see how you could make this fight lined how it is. I think Kai Kara France would be a decent favorite. I'm kind of hoping he swings back to plus money. I think he will. I haven't bet it yet. But yeah, I mean, he's the better striker, fought the better competition. Good takedown defense, seems to have the better cardio. I give him a ton of advantages here. Albazi could take his back, probably. Like, that's his path to victory, I guess. But I think the later the fight goes, the better it is for France. So, yeah, I think Kai Kara France is going to get it done. Looking forward to hearing why you are turning your back on Steve, like the unloyal
I
person that
mean,
you are.
I'm the most loyal person that you know or will ever know.
Okay.
That's for sure. Also, I will never turn my back on Steve. Like, I will always root for Steve. I bet on Brandon Moreno against him, and I will like shoot Brandon Moreno if given the opportunity, and I bet on him against Steve. No, I'm joking. I bet Moreno against Steve, and I'm always rooting for Steve. Even if I bet against him, I'm being honest. And yeah, I think Albazi is the better fighter. The only reason the line is the way it is because by some miracle he survived Bontorin on his back. That was a legit miracle. Askarov didn't submit him for I don't know what reason, but you cannot resonate with him. He's deaf. He cannot explain. He's gone now too. I have no idea what Askarov was doing in that fight. I still think he won, but yeah, how is Steve becoming the favorite here? On the feet, contrary to what most people believe, I think this is anyone's fight. Steve is like super spectacular. We have talked about this before, but it looks like that because he's like this tall, and every punch he throws goes up. It's like watching a machine gun. It's all overhands. Everything goes over his head. It's incredible. But yeah, he can be hit. He's chinny. Albazi is better on the feet than people are giving him credit for, in my opinion. He sets up things. He has a very dangerous uppercut, like the one he got Costa with. Not the first time he hits that punch to finish a fight. And the grappling disparity is gross. Like Albazi is a legit black belt on the mat. I don't know if he's a black belt, but that's black belt level. So yeah, I think Albazi can get him down and pretty much abuse him on the mat. I wouldn't be shocked if he hurts Steve. Would I be shocked if Steve knocks him out silly on the feet? Not really. Steve has that dog in him. I like doesn't go the distance is a good price too, especially a 5-rounder, because if Albazi is like having zero success grappling, Steve is going to be all over him. But yeah, I think he's going to lose. Hope not. I mean, a win here puts us closer to my dream fight, which is Steve versus Davis on Figueiredo. So I'll be rooting for him. That fight needs to happen. The sport needs that fight. And if it is a trilogy, better for the sport.
I think Davison's done it at flyweight.
He just said he's staying at flyweight.
He can't make it again.
Of course he can make it. There are a lot of drugs in Brazil that he has not tried yet.
I don't know about that. I think he's tried it all.
He's like, for this camp, we are getting this new blue one.
Yeah, ask some questions in the comments, but we all know why you're here, and it is to talk about how Micah Parsons would do against some smaller UFC fighters.
This is actually ridiculous that people that I rate, or I rated before this take on Twitter, are saying that Brandon Moreno would beat Micah. It's Micah, right? Not Mika.
Yeah,
Micah. I like saying Mika. Micah Parsons sounds like terrible. Yeah, that would beat Micah Parsons in a fight, which is fucking insane. Have you ever been in a fight? Like all the people that think Moreno would beat Micah Parsons in a fight? Have you all lost your fucking minds? He will grab Moreno and put his fucking head through a Range Rover. Like, boom, boom, through the door. Are you all crazy or what?
Okay, look. Most normal people, and I'm not saying Micah Parsons is a normal athlete. He's obviously a very gifted athlete. Most people who don't have a combat background have no idea how to throw a punch. They don't know how to grapple at all. They don't have the cardio for it. Like, Micah Parsons would have to just go wild and try to like kill him.
And that could be the fight.
It could be, but if it's not, then he's done. Like, even if they like get in any kind of scramble, like he has no jiu-jitsu background. And let me be clear, this would be a different conversation if he had even like a year or two training. Like it makes a big difference. Like I know Micah Parsons has started to train some grappling. Don't know how to react to getting punched. I'm talking about the important stuff. The initial debate was what an average NFL linebacker
I'm sure
going to beat Brandon Moreno.
Brandon Moreno is going to punch Micah Parsons, and you know what's going to be Parsons' reaction? This. Nothing happened.
I don't know how that would be considered racist, but yeah, I mean, okay, let me put it this way. Micah Parsons is like the best defensive player in the NFL. We said an average NFL linebacker.
No. As you can see, Andrew and all his friends that picked Moreno are already trying to tergiverse reality, to change reality.
The initial
you had your chance to pick your fighter, like in fucking Tekken. It was a flyweight, and you all picked Moreno. And I picked an NFL linebacker, which I said, okay, Micah Parsons.
Give me Steve against any of those.
Like, do you think Steve can fight Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
Bro, you are insane.
But like, yeah, no.
Like, he will die, not figuratively. Like, he will literally die. If Micah Parsons punches Steve once, he dies. Like, loses his life. His body loses his soul. And then we have to bury him. Dies. Dead.
Look, we had football players come into the wrestling room, like, and it's
Okay.
harder. Like it's harder if they're Micah Parsons' size and explosiveness, but at the end of the day, like they still don't know how to grapple. They don't know how to punch. They don't know anything. Like it's just
Bro, that might be some shitty linebacker. My linebacker is
this is the
Micah
most
Parsons.
insane take ever. A 10-year-old.
Yeah, this take is horrible. I can't believe you said this. Tim that has been here a lot of times said that too, which is worse because he was like a flyweight wrestler, right?
Yeah, he was small on the smaller side, I think.
Yeah, but
So
on
he
the other
didn't
side,
know.
we had the BRU, my guy, Lance Fischel. He said that Micah Parsons will kill him. That guy was Division One wrestler, I think flyweight too, or something like that, 126 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he could. Like Michael Parsons
Bro,
might
this is
kill.
insane. Now,
But
my
what
theory,
happens if he doesn't? Like what happens if
listen,
he
listen.
doesn't?
My theory here is that you all that think Brandon Moreno can beat Micah Parsons in a fight, a street fight, is
But
because
what
you
is
are
define a street fight? Because a street fight could change anything. Like
a street fight is Micah Parsons can like like what the mountain in Game of Thrones did to the other guy. You haven't watched Game
I've
of
seen
Thrones.
Game of
Like
Thrones.
people are understanding this. That's how the fight would go. Everyone. Micah Parsons will get on top of him and kill him like the mountain in Game of Thrones. That's the end. The result of the fight easily.
Okay, so what's the low? We obviously don't agree on this. What is?
No, but listen. I
No,
think
wait. I have a serious question.
you are at least two dogs. You are overestimating because it's Brandon Moreno who is a good fighter. That's
A
what
great
they
fight.
say. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what they say. He's a good fighter. He's the champion. He has a name. Oh, Brandon Moreno, UFC champion. And you are all overestimating his chances because of that. Do you think Altamirano is the same weight class? Do you think Altamirano can fight Micah Parsons?
The thought of that
are you all fucking insane? Now it changes, right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
oh wait. I'm just going to
here's
change
my
his
thought
pick. It's going to
process.
be Parsons 2-0.
Here's my thought process. One of those smaller guys could probably like hit a duck under and just take their back. Like a lot of these bigger guys don't know how to use
Andrew.
they don't know how to like use their momentum correctly. Like Michael Parsons might come sprinting at him, and Altamirano might just hit like a duck under to a rear naked choke, and like once it breaks,
this is comedy now, guys. Bro, Micah Parsons, like Aaron Watershaw, who has been here on the show too, he said that if there was a intergalactic Hunger Games, Micah Parsons would represent humanity, and I agree. Like that's like the most menacing, I don't know, intimidating person in the world. If you have to fight him and you don't know his abilities, he's probably the best athlete, like pure athlete I have ever seen.
Very good, phenomenal athlete. I'm not trying to take
in
away.
The NFL at the highest level. He's what, like 240?
Yeah,
250. I watched him doing like speed drills against Jamar Chase, and he won.
He could jump, he could run, he could tackle, he could do it all. He's
he would assassinate Brandon Moreno in a fight.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think he would like strike with him? Or do you think he would try to like?
What do you mean strike, Andrew? It's not going to be like a Jason Herzog is not going to be there. You know what I mean?
That's what
they are
I'm
going
saying.
To get close. They are going to get close. Parsons is going to grab him, like I said on Twitter. Bro. It's going to be like this: Parsons grabs him, shoulder press him, and breaks him in half, like in the cartoons, bro. Bro, he has 100 pounds on him of muscle.
I realized as I was saying that's like not what I was trying. Like it came out wrong. What I'm trying to say is like a lot of people just like don't understand I'm not even saying Parsons necessarily, but like a lot of people just don't understand the dynamic of like how to manage your momentum.
They are not going to be in front of each other striking in line or anything. It's not a fight if you have 100 pounds on someone of muscle, and you are not a civilian. You are Micah Parsons. Could you imagine being Micah Parsons for a day? I would be flipping cars and everything.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think is like the lowest weight class that you would take over Micah Parsons in a fight? Like, do you think that Volkanovski could beat him?
Volk is a big guy. Volk is like 190 out of camp, maybe. Yeah, Volk could do it, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. But if you let me train Parsons 6 months,
I don't disagree. I think even 6 months of training would make a big difference. But
Let's put it
we're
this way.
operating under the assumption they
I
had
made
zero
like
training.
the Altamirano comparison. Okay, let's put it this way. Do you think Altamirano could fight Greg Hardy? It's basically the same.
No, but I mean, Greg Hardy trained is the biggest of the big. Trained MMA.
Parsons would be much better than him at MMA.
Oh no, for sure.
Hardy
sure.
has no grappling, has no nothing. Would you
No,
take
I agree with
Moreno? Would you take Moreno versus Hardy?
No, of course not. But Hardy.
I thought you were going to say yes.
But you remember the beginning of the conversation? I said even like a year of training would change everything.
Yeah, but
like we're operating under the assumption
like
that zero training.
No training. I will probably take him over Trevin Giles. That's 185.
Funny as hell. That's the best comment. The best comment of the day.
That fight may happen someday. Actually, in the street with officer guy.
Mike Parsons. What do you think? Like,
I swear to God, I will take him against guys.
That's so funny. What about like? I'm trying to think of some other. What about like Peter Yan?
Thank you, Kevin Hayun. I know it was a great point. Peter Yan. I'm going to get hit for this, but he's probably the only guy I think could have a chance.
I knew that was the perfect example.
No, because he's durable as hell, bro, and he's from Siberia. He's no pussy like all Moreno and Altamirano like this. He will fight him to the death.
But this is the question we need to be talking about,
bro.
100%.
If Micah Parsons gets like a free shot on Phil Hoss, not knock him out, he will probably kill him. Yeah.
Could, yeah. I mean, he's one of the most like, and don't get me wrong, I would like to be very clear that Micah Parsons and all NFL athletes are like super special. Like, it's not anything against them, and not that I think they wouldn't kill 99.9% of people in the world. It's just I have a hard time favoring them against the best fighters in the UFC, even though there's a size discrepancy.
I understand from where you all are coming from, telling
this,
that Moreno.
This is another great comment.
No, Parsons beats the shit out of Jason Witt easily. Like, wouldn't you bet him? This is 170, right? Yeah.
Jason Witt.
Yeah.
Jason Witt
No, bro. Down. Yeah, it doesn't. Listen. Like it doesn't even need to be like a punch. One forearm or a shoulder in the chin. Like just the impact. Yeah, Witt would.
Just hear me out. Jason Witt wrestles him, dominates him, and then beginning of the second round, he throws a naked leg kick like he always does and gets knocked out.
No, Parsons, I think, would beat him.
Parsons, I think with like a year of training could be like amazing.
He could be like 3-weight division champion.
Like even just 6 months in like jiu-jitsu. This is like the best segment of the show.
Oh, that's like no fight, because this Trevor Pick has essentially no training either. It's like that's like an actual street fight.
What about like other sports? Like,
I mean, Trevor Pick has no jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
he's
no,
like, I'm going to get up.
What do you think would happen between LeBron James and Brandon Moreno?
LeBron James? Bro, LeBron James would beat the shit out of him.
No way. Like, Micah Parsons would kill LeBron James, like, easily.
Of course. It's Micah Parsons.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is LeBron going to do to Brandon Moreno? Like, that's a crazy one for me. Like, I feel more strongly
do
about
you realize
LeBron.
The size of LeBron?
No, of course.
He's
but
like 6'7" or something like that, right? I don't know. I get lost with inches and all that in English. He's like over 2 meters tall.
Parsons versus probably Parsons still. Judge is bigger, but
Parsons, I will take Parsons like right now against a heavyweight in the UFC with bad takedown defense. Cool. Like right now, no training, no nothing, just swinging haymakers and tackling people. I'm trying to think of a really bad heavyweight. I don't know. I need a real bad one. Like this guy that Romanov forearm choked. No, that was no. Roque Martinez. Yeah, that would be a good fight. I understand where you all are coming from, saying that Moreno could
and
take a
same. I
linebacker,
understand where you're coming from too.
but I don't know if you realize, like, it's not like I'm a casual. I've been watching
No,
the
of
UFC
course,
forever.
not.
I mean, I watch grappling, I watch ADCC, I watch a lot of shit. The like the sheer difference in physicality and power is insane. Like Parsons will literally kill Moreno, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah, LeBron's 6'9" or whatever, but like,
what is Moreno going to do to him? Like at some point, Andrew,
back, leg
like,
kick him.
What I mean, he cannot physically take his back.
Why not? Dude,
because his legs would be in LeBron's pecs, bro.
We've had bigger people like come into wrestling rooms and like it doesn't go well for them. Like we had some of like the strongest kids in our college would come to the wrestling room just to like try and like you don't even have.
But the strongest kid in your college is not Micah Parsons or LeBron
Right,
James.
but I'm not Brandon Moreno, so it's like a fair comparison.
That was reaching now.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not a UFC champ. Like I'm just a guy.
Just a guy.
Give me Puelles over Micah Parsons literally any day of the week.
You think Puelles would beat Micah Parsons in a fight?
Easily. Bro, Micah Parsons would tackle him and he'd be in a leg lock in 10 seconds.
Puelles knows like one move, the knee bar. And I don't know. I don't know if you can physically knee bar Micah Parsons. I'm not sure if people in the chat know who Micah Parsons is. Like, have you ever seen him?
Yeah, no, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
I'm an MMA guy. I've been watching this forever, grappling everything.
Who would you take?
The sheer difference in physicality. Brandon Moreno would probably fuck you up.
Yeah, for sure.
Not me, but you.
This is a great one.
That's another guy who will take against a lot of people. Harry Hansack, bro. Micah Parsons will kill Harry Hansack. The guy that falls by himself, every time he gets touched. Could you imagine if Micah Parsons like tackled Harry Hansack inside the UFC octagon?
That's true. Also,
he will tap to a tackle.
I'll say this, and you're gonna think I'm lying or that I'm wrong. I'd rather fight LeBron James than Brandon Moreno. Like me personally, if you said, no, I swear to God, if you said you need to fight one of these people, take your pick. I would easily pick LeBron James for sure.
Like in a street fight?
Yeah, 100%.
You are insane, Andrew.
No, I don't think I am. Like,
do you think Moreno is going to pace you or something in a street fight? There's going to be no referee, there's going to be more people around. There's going to be weapons.
No, I mean, if there's going to be weapons, I'll beat them both at the same time. I'm saying, like, just to like put us in a cage fight. I'd rather fight LeBron James than Brandon Moreno easily.
What you are missing, I think, all people say Moreno will beat Micah Parsons is there's not going to be any striking in line. There's going to be no fighting for position, no anything. It's going to be all Parsons. Like, he's going to do whatever he wants, and Moreno is not going to be able to survive. Like, he will literally kill him, like smash him around like a bear attacking, I don't know, a dog.
We need to make this happen somehow.
Yeah, you can like wrestle Dustin Poirier in the co-main event.
No, I want. No, you know what? Give me LeBron, bro. I'll take LeBron right now, off the couch.
In a wrestling match, I will take you, but in a fight, I don't think I can take LeBron James in a fight. Are you crazy? He's insane big.
He's big, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm 170. What is he? 230?
I'm 180. He's probably 220. Let's see. LeBron James weight. Oh, it says he's 250.
How many people are watching this right now? 15,000?
150.
150.
Yeah, I'd rather fight LeBron than Brandon Moreno, for sure.
I would fight anyone but Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want to.
Would you rather fight Brandon Moreno? Micah Parsons than Brandon Moreno in a street fight?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't even know what to say. Andrew has lost his mind, like, officially.
Dude, you know what I love? People are like, the people in the chat are like 50-50 split on this.
Yeah.
And everyone
all these people that have never been punched are overestimating the amount of damage a small guy does to a big guy, and vice versa. Like when you see a good fighter, like a good fighter, even a champion, go up 15 pounds, and people start touching them. Like when Conor went up, oh, now it's different. He was working through everything. Imagine if Micah Parsons swings on Moreno and hits him like just once. Doesn't even need to be a clean punch.
Bro, I'd finish you with both hands with tie behind my back. The funny part is people like no matter what side you're on, everyone thinks the other side is like crazy.
I don't know how to put that up.
Let me see if I can do it.
Jokic would kill Brandon Moreno. Like, what are you talking about? Do you think Moreno would beat Nikola Jokic in a fight? The delusion of these wrestlers is fucking unreal. I'm getting that. This is the common point. All of you thinking Moreno can win are wrestlers. Yeah. The cope about not being able to strike. The wrestlers. Yeah. Who else?
I can't figure out how to put up a poll.
Yeah, that's a great take. That's in my favor, right? Sometimes I get lost with English.
There's 5 minutes. See, that's a fight that'd be fun.
There is a card in Spain here, like the biggest promotion. I mean, there are no big promotions, but there is like a promotion that is known, AFL, and they are having a card or something. And there is a YouTuber or something doing another card, and they have 2 dwarfs fighting here in Spain. There is a dwarf fight in MMA.
Dude, they sparred. They didn't like fight. They were like playing around with each other.
Yeah, that was not a real fight, but that guy cannot move. Like Micah Parsons is like the most beast athlete on the planet, maybe. Like,
yeah, Micah Parsons would kill the mountain for sure.
But he would eat his card in front of his children.
Yeah. Bro, the thing is, a bunch of these NFL guys would do well.
Nice guy, right?
Like for sure.
Bro, the physique. This is ridiculous. I don't know how any of you will think that Brandon Moreno would beat Micah Parsons. What is gigantic? But Topuria is much bigger than Brandon Moreno. Topuria is going to fight at 155, no problem.
There's no way.
I don't know who that is.
He's a baseball player who's like not even that like big or anything. I mean, he's big. Like he's probably, I don't know, 5'11".
You're all insane. I would love to make this happen. Like I would pay a lot of money to watch Micah Parsons like absolutely dominate and smash Brandon Moreno against the floor. Dricus Duplessis versus Micah Parsons, that's a good fight, brother. If he wasn't like a fucking super millionaire in the NFL, he could probably cross over because the guy likes MMA. I think he was like, he always goes to watch Penn State wrestling and all that. He's friends with Bo and all these people and Roman Bravo Young and all these people. He wrestled with Roman Bravo Young. Yeah, and he said that he got one takedown on Micah Parsons, just one, and then he didn't want to wrestle anymore after that. But Brandon Moreno is going to wrestle him down. What weight is Roman Bravo Young?
133.
Okay. What weight is Brandon Moreno?
Well, he's 130. He'd be a flyweight in MMA.
Roman Bravo Young?
Yeah.
No way. He would be a bantamweight.
No, bro. He's wrestling 133. It means he's making 133 every weekend, the same day as the match.
Yeah, but he will be bigger.
You think?
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. If this happens, I said it on Twitter, yeah. Parsons, even money for the limit, just DM me. No limit. No limit, really. Not for the limit. No limit.
What else were we going to talk about today?
Jimmy and the boys.
Jimmy and the boys. What are your thoughts on the NBA Finals?
Yeah, I bet Miami hit moneyline, obviously, plus 300. You would need to be stupid not to at this point. It's been like 8 games now that everybody, they win or something or cover, and people are like, yeah, but this next game, there is no way they win or cover. And they do it again. It was always Jimmy and the boys, hitting 7. Like, I genuinely believe they are going to win the finals.
I'm confused. What else? Pay-per-view card next week.
Yeah.
Not a great
hopefully the end of the reign of Irene Aldana. Not Irene Aldana, the end of the reign of Amanda Nunes. That's not going to happen, most likely. But never underestimate Jimmy. No, people. I don't understand why they are getting priced like they are after watching them play 7 games against the Celtics. The market had the Celtics as favorites against the Nuggets in the finals. It's ridiculous.
No way. This is like the worst pay-per-view of the year.
There are some good fights, right?
Oliveira versus Dariush is like the only fight I'm like excited for.
I still don't have the Butler jersey, but it's going to happen. I like the red one. Adebayo is one of the best defensive players in the league. He cannot make a fucking basketball since game 3 against the Celtics for some reason, and Jokic doesn't defend all that much. I think this is going to be way closer than people think. But yeah, wouldn't be shocking if like Denver wins by 30 today. They are probably the best team man by man in the NBA, in my opinion. That team is like the gift that keeps on giving.
There's gonna be like a ESPN 30 for 30. Yeah, I'll have strong opinions on this when it comes up, but
that's like July 29th.
Yeah, I might as well start talking about it now. I'm gonna dive in a little bit deeper, but I'm definitely leaning Earl Spence.
I'm concerned about that.
Could be my second boxing bet of the year.
Yeah, after minus 300, Gervonta Davis. Our featured boxing expert in the podcast is picking Errol Spence in the welterweight unification fight. Breakdown to come. When he actually watches a Spence box for the first time, breakdown to come. Yeah, Spence is my boy.
See, now you're starting to line up on the same side as me on these boxing matches. It's no accident.
I mean, you're undefeated. They cannot say anything. 1-0.
1-0.
What are you talking about? Oh, he's undefeated. Who has chin checked him? I think he has been like really wobbled one time, and because he was looking at the mouthpiece, and the referee called time and didn't stop the fight. Against a small chimp. I mean, a chimpanzee is like crazy strong, like 7 or 8 times a human, and Parsons must be like 5 times the strength of a normal human. So if the chimpanzee is small, I think he could take on a small chimp for a small period of time, like a 120-pound chimp versus Michael Parsons. Yeah, but that's 24 votes. No disrespect to Nick, he's my boy. I will put up a poll and get to a wider audience, a wider, more educated audience.
Yeah, this is a great point. We gotta cut this, dude.
We need a guy to tell them pull that up. Pull that video up of Michael Parsons fighting a chimpanzee. Yeah, like a normal-sized chimpanzee will kill any human easily.
Yeah.
I saw the other day on Twitter, I saw a poll. It was people in the United States. What else? And like 30% of people in the United States thought they could fight a bear, barehanded.
That's insane.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, there's no way he can fight a chimp. I said a very small chimp, maybe Parsons can hold it off for like 5 minutes.
We need a lot of likes on this video, guys. Please.
We should do just an episode like actually Joe Rogan experience, just talking about bullshit. I would like a Strickland, but it got like over 100 likes, but I don't know. I got nothing from Sean.
Yeah.
Please, all people, harass him on Twitter and tell him to come to the podcast for our last episode, because after a Sean Strickland episode, we will get banned from YouTube.
It'd be worth it though, for sure.
Yeah, have you seen that video? That was crazy. Now this is actually Joe Rogan experience. That the baseball high school star, whatever, that got eaten by a shark.
Yeah, that's messed up. I did see that actually.
There was like 200 comments, and they were discussing if it was a shark or not. Like, are people fucking blind? I don't want to pick Namayunas, but My grandma is 85. She could probably take on Biden. Close fight.
That's the fight. That's the fight that needs to happen.
That's fucked up. What a fucked up way to die, man. You can see the shark like coming up and grabbing him down.
It's
People are like, no, that's a wave. That's not a shark, bro. That's a fucking tiger shark. A gigantic one.
That's my cue. I think that's where we got to cut it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Magic, any final words for the people?
Team Parsons.
All right.
And Team Steve.
Team Steve, that's right. See you guys next week.